Hi everyone, you're watching Feeding Right and I am Simran Kaur Arora. We were in conversation with Dr. Rohit Mahajan. And here is the continuation of the previous video. So we were talking about drink substitutes, especially in summers. So Dr. Rohit Mahajan suggested giving jal jeera, nimbu pani, buttermilk to our children. So when we talk about nimbu pani, Dr. Rohit Mahajan, are you sure that our young children will even try or even agree to taste something which is just sour? See, a salt is a complete no-no. A sugar now you're saying is a no-no. So how do we get them used to having sour foods?
I would say slowly you should reduce the amount of sugar in nimbu pani, gradually, progressively, and also amount of salt also you can do with small amount. Black salt, the rock salt or the kala namak is healthier alternative to the usual white salt available. You can go slow, you can make the child develop the taste for that slowly, and you see eventually it is not difficult. Good habits are difficult to develop, but they are easy to live with. Same way, bad habits are very easy to develop, but they are difficult to live with. Now, how to develop a habit? First of all, go slow. Don't change your child. Don't try to change your child completely at one go. Just aim at one habit, whatever you think. Maybe too much sweets, or maybe not doing physical activity. Go slow, don't go too fast, and don't try to micromanage. Don't keep on saying ye karo, ye na karo, aise karo, waise karo. Give him broad framework, broad guidelines, and let him find his own pace slowly and slowly. Most important that children follow their parents or elders. So you yourself need to be good role models if you want your child to adopt healthy habits. If you are gorging on bad foods, you can't expect your child to have all the self-control.
Well, to all our viewers, one of the interesting things that you should note is that when you go and buy a packaged puree or a packaged juice, which is an international brand, most of the times the fruits are a little sour in taste. And that's because most of the mothers are open to giving sour foods to their babies. Indian mothers generally shy away from giving sour because they think that the child will just reject it. But there's a way you can actually help them form a habit of eating sour in addition to having bland foods. So Dr. Rohit, I understand about drinks, but there are certain dishes that we make at home, for example, home-cooked cakes, halwas, cookies, which need to have a certain sweetener. So can't we give them substitutes like jaggery or date syrup or apple sauce or some sort of maple syrup, honey? It could even be something like coconut sugar.
They are all sugars. They all have calories. They all cause weight gain. The best thing will not be using sugar substitutes. The best thing is to reduce the cravings for sugar. So in general, you have to move towards a culture which talks less about food and talks more about physical exercise. Best alternative to sugar probably will be brown sugar or maybe jelly. But remember, they are sugars.
Okay, let me try and ask you this question again. Is there any way that we can have a prescribed limit or in terms of a nutrition or a recommended dosage of sugar or sweetener that we can give to our child on a daily format? Because even fruits generally have a lot of fructose in them. So how would we deal with that?
Sugar or fructose in fruits will not be added to your daily quota of sugar. Sugar in fruits is entirely separate. It is healthy sugar. It is along with fiber, but not fruit juice. The permitted dose is 4 milligram per kg body weight, and we want that in children this upper limit of the dose is reached very easily. Now, one thing more I would like you to know is that studies have shown that any other sugar substitute that is zero calorie actually leads to weight gain. It's a very complicated process how it happens, but studies have shown that these things actually cause weight gain even as compared to sugar. So what I am trying to promote is that sweet craving is to be curbed. Don't go for any of the substitutes. Don't make things too complicated. Make it simple. And the best way to curb sweet craving is by using fruits, not even fruit juice.
What I mean is, what is the daily intake that is permitted to a child in terms of the quantity of sweetener or sugar that they can consume safely?
I could not find any specific guidelines regarding daily sugar dose for children, but for adults it is 9 teaspoons of sugar in men or 6 teaspoons per day in women. This is a recommendation by American Heart Association. So for children, I can say if your child is say 20 kg and he should or she should take 1/3 the adult dose.
So, Dr. Rohit, a lot of the mothers watching this already have children who are, or rather, who've crossed the mark of 2 years. Now, we've already gotten them used to having sweeter items. Is there a way we can reverse this, or a suggestion on how we can actually get them to now start, adopting the taste of sour foods?
You said children are naturally inclined to take sweet tasting foods. You're absolutely right. The craving for sweet foods is hardwired into human beings, not just children, adults also. It's hardwired in our genes. What we need to do is that we need to have healthier sweet things like fruit. Whole fruits can satisfy our craving for sweet, and yet they are healthy because they are having lots of fiber. How fiber makes it healthy is because it allows sugar in fruit to be absorbed slowly.
Dr. Rohit Mahajan, we've observed one very interesting thing. A lot of the packaged foods, baby foods in India, are slightly sweeter in taste, especially if it is stuff like Cerelac or some porridge or a mixture of rice, vegetables, and cereals. Even they tend to be sweeter. Is that something that we as mothers should be concerned about?
As a general rule of thumb, packaged foods or pre-mixed foods or any kind of processed foods are not recommended. They are not good. Mostly whole foods, home cooked foods are preferable. But once in a while, as a matter of convenience, if you use any packaged food, heaven is not going to fall.
This is a very interesting question, Dr. Mahajan, which I failed to find on Google. What is the right age to introduce ice creams to our babies?
By age of 1 year, the child should be taking almost everything that adults take. So that applies to ice cream also. So by maybe age of 6 months or 9 months or maybe maximum 1 year, you can easily start giving ice cream to your kid. No problem.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Mahajan. For a lot of mothers who believe that it is not necessary to change things in the way you're bringing up your child because you've been brought up in the same way and have turned out to be just fine, please remember that things have changed. Our lifestyles have become a lot more sedentary, which clearly means that our diet also needs to evolve. So please make note of Dr. Rohit Mahajan's advice. And if you have any more questions, feel free to write back to us on healthfeedinglight@gmail.com. Or you could even post a comment on any of our Instagram or Facebook handles. We would help you set up an e-appointment with Dr. Rohit Mahajan. Well, don't forget to like, share or comment on this video. And hey, do subscribe to this video to get more such informational stuff from doctors. Thank you so much and have a nice day.